Good morning everyone and welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and in this live stream we're going to talk about the Inart Las Vegas event, aka the Hot Toys Killer. Like I said, folks, you are very welcome to 16 Figure Focus, and this is episode number 24 of a series of live streams I do called The Focus. Basically, when I hop on whenever I see fit to talk about all things 1/6 scale. So, unless you've been living under a rock for the last few months, since I think it was about February, we have a new kid on the block, a new 1/6 scale company that is licensed called Inart, formerly, well, not formerly Queen Shooter. Like Queen Shooter is like the umbrella company, and Inart is their 1/6 scale division. And they are churning out some fantastic prototypes, right? We have the prototype images and the prototype videos. Nothing is actually released yet. However, we're getting closer and closer. So what I saw, this is just kind of like gonna kind of shoehorn this into like in a nutshell. What I saw was fantastic images of the Joker originally. Okay, so fantastic images, and I heard people saying they're just images. And look, I was there too as well. It's I went in deep on this. I pre-ordered the rooted Joker 2-pack and even a sculpted single as well. So like, you know, I took the risk. I rolled the dice, but I think it's calculated risk. But I heard a lot of people saying, right, so these are just prototype images. And then they came out with their video months ago and people went, oh, this is great. And I was delighted. I saw it and I was really, really happy about it. But then we still had people saying, you know, oh, you know, they're only prototype videos. And then we get the updated prototype photos, and you know, there's a sigh of relief, and I was the exact same. I was like, oh, thank God I haven't just wasted 1,000 or whatever. Not that I paid 1,000 for it anyway, but yeah. So I was kind of going, this is good. So everything we've seen so far, the original prototype images, the original prototype videos, where he has the dude has the pencil and they rattle it along those metal bars, and it's real wood on the diorama and all that kind of stuff, and then the updated prototype production pictures, we'll say, and they look fantastic too. But still, there were people saying, no, it's not in hand yet, you know. And then we have the Las Vegas event, and as Riley coined it, the Hot Toys Killer. He was obviously joking. Massive shout out to Riley Reviews. Riley Reviews, I think, single-handedly. Well, in fairness, not single-handedly. He had help from a panel. There was Carlos and there was Will and there was Lael. Riley did an amazing live stream like this yesterday. I watched it this morning. I was absolutely delighted watching it because he took the time to actually go around and look at the figures. He concentrated on the figures. He went from different stall to different stall. He went through the busts, he went to the statues, he went to the 1/6 scale in those beautiful cabinets, and he went basically from pedestal to pedestal. And in fairness, he had to keep up with Will and Carlos and Lael, who were saying, go here, go here, go here. And he just did it with grace, homed in on as much as the detail. He avoided touching figures, not for the want of Carlos telling him to open up things and steal things. Well, no, he didn't say steal things, in fairness to Carlos. He just said, zoom in, open up, pick that up, and whatever. And, you know, Riley played an absolute blinder. And a lot of good photos, a lot of good video footage, a lot of good data came back, and I think a lot of people are happy with this, myself included. Is it the one that we have in hand? To be honest, I think it is, because as much as they put those figures up there on a pedestal and they tweak them and they pose them and they, you know, like they're gonna tweak them and all that kind of stuff to make them look good. We're gonna do that ourselves when we get the things. That's what you do. We pose the photos. We take the thing out of the box, we put on its accessories in the hands, we pose them up, and we tweak and we tweak and we tweak, and then we put it on the shelf, and then a week later we walk by and go, no, that doesn't look natural, and you tweak a little bit and you finally get it. We're going to do the exact same things. It's not as if that is the only one there. The video they released there yesterday it didn't show one Joker, it didn't show one handgun. It literally made a point of showing, here's all these accessories, here's your wad of cash. And it showed like 50 of them, whatever. Then it showed the daggers. Again, showed like, you know, a full screen full of daggers. And then it showed the head sculpts. Again, multiple head sculpts. So, you know, these are on the way and they look great. But anyway, I've taken the risk. I'm going to address the chat. So, who do we have in here? I kind of like this time slot. It's morning for me. Could you please, if you're watching, let me know what state you're in, what country you're in, what the weather's like, what time zone you're in, because this is a nice time for me to stream in the morning. I usually gym at this time, but I've changed and gymmed on the Saturday morning so I can be free now, and it's just a nice time to get a coffee and have a stream. So who do we have? We have Sunamo09 love early morning content. I cannot wait to get the Gandalf. Good stuff. We're going to take a look at the Gandalf. We're going to take a look at everything. Well, basically 1/6 scale stuff. I won't be looking at the statues or busts. So if you're here hoping to see statues or busts, I don't want to waste your time. So yeah, it might be the stream for you. Andre, hello Andre. How are you doing from Northern Ireland, I believe? Not Belfast. I can't remember exactly where you are, but I know you are Northern Ireland. Let's get the show on the road. Happy Sunday, folks. Happy Sunday. Keith, JC, how are you? Hello. Saiful, hello. Talia Meyer. Jonathan King, another strong supporter of the channel. Great to see you here. Some guy. I absolutely love that username. It's just funny. Is the hype for real? Is this clown the real deal? I think the clown is the real deal. I do think. Trevor, good morning. Got the coffee too, Trevor. How's the video and the audio? I tweaked my camera settings to get it a bit sharper. Not sure will you even be able to tell a difference, but I'm just trying to make sure the production values are a bit better. Trevor, how are you? Max. Oh yeah, actually, Trevor, I'm counting down the days to Friday week, buddy. Okay? Haven't drank in 2 months. I'm looking forward to having a beer and talking some figures with you and the 1/6 pack if the invite is still open. Max, far from Hot Toys killer. Yet Hot Toys is still number 1 for 6 scale. In fairness, Max, it's a bit of a tongue-in-cheek joke. If jokes aren't your thing, mightn't be the stream for you. I'm only messing, Max. Look, we say these things. My point is, they look good. Okay, and Riley made a joke in his stream about them being Hot Toys killers. It was clearly a joke, but it was a funny one. If you know, you know. So yeah, look, Hot Toys have been doing it for a long time. They make fantastic products. For me, Inart is going to be one of those ones where, like, if you particularly really like the character, if like ones you love and then ones in a special bracket, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not just going to get them for the sake of getting them because they are very expensive. Max, I do agree with you. It's not a Hot Toys killer. Hot Toys been doing this for a long time, and technically Inart haven't actually released anything yet. But I think my point is, the time for saying, oh, this mightn't be good, that's behind us, folks. That is probably behind us. Some guy, my favourite Irishman. Thank you very much. One of my favourite usernames. You and Bubba Fettuccini. Blue Tattoo. Hello, everyone. That is S-Beam's brother, Stefan. Andre, my favourite Irishman is Jim McDonald. Keith, if you're here, that had to tickle you as well, Keith. That had to tickle you. Jim McDonald. That is a throwback. I'd say about 4 people in the chat, if that, get that. I understand that joke. Andre, understand that joke. Give us a shout out for Jim McDonald if you understand that joke. Noble Young, I hope you're enjoying that snow speeder. Luke, 1/6 shooter. Oilers Workshop did a great job too. I must watch his stream, actually. I must watch his stream. Definitely have to watch his stream. Max, 12:37 from Birmingham. We are in the same time zone, Max. Thanks for chiming in. Florida, USA, 9:30 Eastern time. Some guy. Austin McLean, good morning in the US. Illinois, 6:37 in the morning, perfect time for me. Good stuff, you're an early riser. Super impressed by the rooted Joker. I got myself the sculpted single. Will definitely have to hunt down the rooted head. Oh, I don't envy you, man. They're like hen's teeth now. Apparently T-dubs are the Devil's Workshop, wherever you want to call them. Have a few left, but you know, look, I've got 14 figures on my shelves from them. I've yet to order a figure and not get it. Have they been slow at times? Absolutely. Has their tracking number been issued and then I'm waiting for weeks? Absolutely. And I've ordered the Rooted 2-pack. I have it paid off with them. However, when I saw that box, I'm like, could be a bit of a problem. It's a big box and you know how they feel about shipping. That'll be $2,000, sir. No, I got it for $723 because I had points and 20% discount. So I'm hoping, even if the shipping is $200, which I'd love to say it shouldn't be, but with them, who knows? That'll still be like $923, and that'll still be cheaper than, I think Kit had it for $1,100. But I got to factor in customs as well, so that could be a bit of an issue if I get caught. Jared Dunn, afternoon chaps. How are you, Jared Dunn? Andre in London, 12:38. Blue Tattoo, 1/6 shooter, definitely. He had the best look at the figures. Was that Oilers? I must have a check of that stream. Looking forward to discussing this on Collector's Lounge together, bro. Like and subscribe, everyone. To root or to sculpt? The Australians are kind of going to root. Did you just say something rude? I won't be on Collector's Lounge today. Reviews at Rich. I'm going to a gig, going to see a band called Bon Iver play in Dublin. Really looking forward to it. I had tickets since March 2020, but you know how March 2020 went. So morning. Actually, I'm trying to get 1 second now. I want to get some light background music here. Sometimes when I play the music, it messes with the audio for a few seconds before it kicks in, so I have it muted. I'm going to bring it in gradually. A lot of people don't like the background music. I like a little bit of background music. All right. So Thalia Meyer, 1 hour ahead of you. Sunny here. Audio sounds good. Excellent stuff. I'm after clicking on that music, so if sometimes it can mess up my audio for the first 10 seconds. Pablo is here. Arizi. Hello, how are you? Jim McDonald. Liz was a lucky lady bagging big Jim McDonald. That's so funny. Trevor, yeah, the beers, good stuff. Your man Rich gets it, so he does. Yeah, he gets it. He knows things. Minnesota, USA, 6:41 a.m. Central. Jim McDonald, what a man. Sorry to hear that, man. It'll be a great gig. Yeah, really enjoying it. Take a sip of your coffee and smash the like button. Okay, that is on that note. That brings us nicely to the introduction. As usual, just going to really quickly remind you that every single last screed of shred of revenue, not that I'm exactly on the big bucks, lads, but every single bit of ad revenue, every super like, super chat, super thanks, all revenue from August 1st of this year right up to the 31st of December of this year, New Year's Eve, is going to be added up in January and donated to the Temple Street Children's Hospital. If you don't know, that is our national hospital here in Ireland. Obviously, I'm based in Ireland, and the Temple Street Children's Hospital is our national children's hospital based in Dublin. So all the revenue, every single last bit, what gets given to this channel is going to be added up and given to the donated to the children's hospital. So massive thank you to anyone who has super chatted or super thanks or super liked or any of that stuff thus far. It's gone to good cause. No one is under any obligation or expectation to do that. I understand I understand that the price of gas is very, very high, and the price of electricity and energy, and you know the recession looks like it's kicking in and all that. So no one's obligated, but if you do, it's going to be given to a good cause. So I'm just going to mark that. Renz is here. Good morning, 30 plus watching. Don't forget to hit the like button. I do appreciate that. Excellent stuff. All right, 36 in the chat. In the morning. Amazing. People don't sleep apparently. So, right, what's on the channel before we get stuck into this? We have raised as a community so far €506.06 for the Temple Street Children's Hospital. Looking forward to donating that in January. I have a very quick, I call them rapid reviews, unboxing and review of the Commander Cody 1/6 scale figure from Hot Toys. It's up live in the channel now. Really simple. Here's the box, here's the accessories, 3 poses out the gap. So this is a great figure. It's my only prequels figure, and if you want to hear more on that and take a look more at that, check out the review. Crosshair. These are my thoughts on Crosshair. These are the figures that I get tempted on, and I say it. It's kind of like a motto on this channel. I pass on a lot of things. I like to collect the things that I love. Chasers. I love this video. I had a great time filming this video. These are about these kind of, some people call them grails. I was going to call it grail chasers, but I tend not to use the word grail because I think it's a bit overused. But these are figures. They're out there. They're not particularly rare. They might be getting a little bit rare, a little bit harder to find, but if you want them, you can find them. But they're all long sold out from Sideshow and reputable kind of retailers and even some resellers at this stage. But these are chase figures that I would entertain the thought of working back on, but I'm holding off on some of them for various different reasons I explain in this video. I'm going to do a follow-up stream on that because I only selected 7 here where there's a lot more than 7. So stream of that will be incoming. Did a poll on the community tab on my YouTube channel recently because I'm doing more unboxing and reviews. What should I unbox and review? Yeah, it's Snowspeeder Luke won it out, so that'll be the next unboxing and review that I do. The DX19 Batman, that was always going to do, I'm going to do that. And also, I'm going to throw in the Bat Pod there because I'm going to pop them up in the Bat Pod and show you what that looks like. The Bubba Robot 2-pack and then the Iron Man Mark 6. Every Iron Man video tends to do well. If you're interested in Visions, this was the first ever female collector and a female character because she's quite a character. This is Leslie from Marvelez. Had her on episode number 30 of Visions, the first ever female collector that I've had interviewed in Visions, and she was an absolute legend and really interesting and enjoyable conversation. Check it out if you want to check out more 6 scale content. And this guy here, a few weeks ago, this is Ian Ashton from OFAC. They are the English division of the Collecting Weekly Network. Really nice conversation with Ian a few weeks ago, and on episode 31, really nice conversation with Pete. So 2 absolute legends. Yeah, so I can get rid of this now because I'm gonna go into have a look at some of the stuff on Facebook. It's time to talk about Inart. That's what we're here for. Okay. Few chats here. Deadpool red suit. I will have to check out Riley reviews. And by the sounds of it, Euler's Workshop. I saw Euler's Workshop. I don't know what his actual name is, but I saw him in Riley's video stream and he was giving him a shout out. But I must check out his stream too. By the sounds of things, very good. If Trevor's recommending it, must be good. And yeah, definitely check out Riley's. Riley, he did a great job and provided a good bit of entertainment as well. What's good focus? What's good focus? Basically, yeah, just a Sunday. Good coffee, good company. Mugwump. Great cause focus afternoon all. Thanks very much for the £5 super chat. Really do appreciate it. Like I said, it's going to a good cause. So that's very generous of you, Mugwump. I actually really like saying your username. And Max, check out Denobi's too. I did, and I turned it off after about a half an hour because I thought it was cringeworthy. So to be honest, I'm not going to shy away from it. Like, you know, no disrespect to the guy, but I didn't get any value from it, and I turned it off because I just wanted to see the footage of the figures. I thought Riley did a better job of that, to be honest. No disrespect to Denobi, each to their own. I'm sure he doesn't watch me anyway, but no, I had to turn that off. It was not for me. Okay, so we're going to take a look at some of these images that have appeared from the Las Vegas Inart Queen Studios exhibition. So basically, you had a lot of collectors there, as mentioned. You had Denobi there, you had Riley Reviews there, you had who else was there? Obviously Justin was there. He got the early access and he did his review. Watched that yesterday. Definitely, if there was any doubt in my mind about how this thing is going to turn out, that definitely did kind of got rid of a lot of them. Like assuming the product that we get is the same as the product that is what was shown there. Now, if there is a significant gap, okay, I can understand there to be a problem. But I think at this stage, it's looking very good. Obviously, we don't know until we have the box in front of us, and that box looks like an absolute juggernaut. So, anyone who ordered from Toys Wonderland, the Devil's Workshop, I did. And I'm not lying, I'm wondering how much is that going to cost to ship. Luckily, I ordered it with a 20% off coupon and points. But yeah, squeaky bum time until that arrives. So let's have a look at some of these photos. So this was the event they had. I did not get this. Long time no soiree. Can anyone please put sense on this for me? What is this? Their like a tagline for it? I don't understand it. Is this just like they're kind of them being funny, or is this how they're kind of like branding it like an art exhibition or something? I don't understand. I don't understand. Anyway, we're not here to talk about the name of the event. We're here to talk about the products in the event. So they did say from Queen Studios, you'd see the Superman black suit. Yeah, I saw that, the 1/3 statue. The Nightmare Batman 1/4 statue. Joker 2019, Arthur Fleck. What's TG? IF number 2. Is that the anime thing? The T-Rex. So I have no interest in any of them. If I had to pick one of them, if someone's going to give me one, I'd probably pick the Nightmare Batman. I think that was the best of the bunch there. I think Will pointed out the Joker's neck was a little too long, but then again, he was kind of like, I'm really splitting hairs. I thought they all looked good, but I thought Nightmare Batman was probably the most impressive one. But look, my opinion doesn't count because I am not a statue collector. The Aragorn 1/6 scale collectible figure, that wasn't there, I do believe. Riley was asking that, but repeatedly. But no, there's no sign of it. There's no sign of it. So, quick checking the chat before I talk about these. Mr. Musashi, that's fun to say. That's like mugwump. Mr. Musashi. Mr. Musashi. What's up? It's a 6 kilo box, Max. You're killing me here. Yeah, 6 kilo box. So I've paid off, but I haven't paid the shipping. Now it did say shipping to Europe, because they give two different, when I ordered it, I did check the shipping beforehand, and they said shipping to Europe was $105, and I think shipping to the UK, Scotland, and England was $95. Now, assuming they know that Ireland is not part of the UK, then it would be $105 from me. So $723, add on 105, so that's $828, and then whatever customs. Sometimes I get cost for, more often than likely I get cost for customs with Toys Wonderland. But if I escape this one, I escaped the Bat Pod for some reason, I don't know how, but if I escape this one, that would be beneficial. 46 in the chat, if you want to just click that like button there, that'd be greatly. If you haven't subscribed, if you would consider, if you dig the content, do, and if you don't, you don't. I wouldn't expect you to subscribe if you don't like the content. The one Justin review was a prototype. Okay, but I mean, does that mean the one on display was a prototype too? I mean, does that mean that all the photos, the video that we'll take a quick look at here later on, does that mean that all of those multiple heads were all prototypes? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, they seem to be having, this thing seems done, you know? Prototype would suggest there's like one, you know? So, I don't know. I reckon this is, oh look, the booty bots are here. 1 second, I got rid of these, please. Block user, good look. Right, so the 6 kilo box, this is what I'm more worried about. I'm not worried about if this is going to be like, if it's not going to look like what we saw there. I think we're going to get what was in the video, what was in the display and stuff like that. So I'm not worried about that. I'm more worried about that bloody shipping cost. Martin G, the one Justin reviewed was a prototype. Yeah, I reckon this is going to be the same, to be honest. I reckon the one that we're going to get is going to be the same. Has to be a pun of sorts. I'm clueless. And maybe, I'm not sure what the reference there was. Are you talking about Jim McDonald? Because he's hilarious. Oh yeah, sorry. You're talking about no soiree. No soiree, no event. Yeah, I get you. It's long time, no event. But I mean, it's a bit, why didn't they just say that? They didn't really need a name, did it? Euler's Workshop had the best looks at the figures. Riley did a good job too. I'm going to check out Euler's Workshop because I really like what he did. Blue Tattoo was Euler's live video. Yeah, it was. I actually don't know. Was it live? I thought he did a live stream, but I'm going to check him out anyway. Max, no offense, but how come Justin got to review it first? A, none taken. B, I don't know. C, my best guess is he has 500,000 subscribers. Denobi has 118,000. I think Jetta's up to about 60. I think Denobi or Dante's probably around 8 or 9,000. Will is around 5,000. Matthew's around 4. Leal's about 3.5. I'm at 15. I don't think they obviously gave it to Justin because he has 500,000 subs. I think that's proper order. I don't know Justin. Say what you want about he seems to be a guy who loves figures and he's very, very positive in his review. I watched reviews. I have no affiliations with him. I've never spoken to them, but I think it's a numbers game. If you have a company and you want to advertise your product, it would make sense to go with the guy that has 500,000 subs, 500,000 subs, not with the guy that has 4,000 or 3,000 or 10,000 or even 50,000. It's just logical business sense. Give it to the guy who has the most exposure, he's going to advertise it for you, because they're not thinking about the Inart Joker. The Inart Joker is basically going to sell itself. People have already committed to take the risk. I know, and I've known since the day I pressed the pre-order button, that I won't know until I get it in hand. It's a risk because they haven't produced anything yet, and it was a calculated risk. I don't think I just completely just said, right, I'm just going to give... It's not as if I was pre-ordering based on nothing. They had loads of images originally. They had detailed video. Then there was production images a few months back, and now we have this review and these products which look fantastic. So Max, definitely, no offense. I don't know Justin. He's not a friend. He's not an enemy. I just watch his reviews. I don't know anything about him really. But how come he got to review it first? It's fairly obvious. 500,000 subscribers. It's good advertising. It's good business. I think it's a business move. If I was in Inart's position, I probably would do the exact same thing. Yeah, I'm not sure there's much else to say about that. Like, think about it. People who have influence or popularity or some sort of sway, like those type of people are always going to get special treatment. The president drives around in a bulletproof car. The king sits on a throne. The owner of the law firm has the corner office with the beautiful view of Central Park. The owner of the business or CEO gets the special parking space. In terms of 1/6 scale content creating, I'm not saying he's the best, because the best is subjective. But in terms of the numbers game, his reach, you can't deny that he has more reach. He has 500,000 subs. I mean, is he my favorite? He's not my favorite content creator, but I still watch him. And I'd say just to be clear, me saying he's not my favorite doesn't mean I have any sort of beef with the guy. I don't know the guy. But like, I love watching, say, I always watch him when I'm thinking about buying a figure, but if he says it's good, I'm not going to like it more. If he says it's bad, I'm not going to like it less. He's never taken me from a figure that I don't like and a character that I don't like and making me buy it. He's also never made me dislike a figure that I was going to buy anyway. I watch it from a different point of view. When I was doing my masters, triangulation was something I read about a lot. If you were trying to make a point and you were trying to back it up by researching and taking different other points from different other reputable sources and, say, peer-reviewed scientific journals and stuff like that, you triangulate. So you get multiple different scientists, multiple different sources, multiple different peer-reviewed scientific studies. You put them together and they're all saying the same thing. It proves your point, or not proves your point, backs up your argument. So what I'm saying is with Justin, if I'm thinking about buying a figure, I will watch everyone's review. I will watch Dante's review. I'll watch Jedda's review. I will watch, Beskar Kid, his unboxings. I'll watch Justin. I'll watch everyone. But chances are I already know if I'm going to buy it or not buy it. It's very rarely that I'm on, I really like that, but I'm on the fence. Like, I could probably count on one hand where I've been teetering. I like something, but I'm not sure if I could commit. So, I hope I've answered that question. I probably haven't, because you probably have to ask Justin, to be honest, but I'm just speculation. He's got 500,000 subs. I think they were all prototypes. Okay, right. I'm really not worried. It was mentioned that only production piece on display was Pennywise, and that Pennywise, we're going to take a look at stuff as well, but that Pennywise looks fantastic. I'm not even a Pennywise fan. Max, he's the biggest 1/6 scale reviewer. Yeah, 100%. Nick, you want to jump in? You let me know. I can send you the link. Andre, Pennywise did look great. I was very impressed with Pennywise. I'm not a massive Pennywise fan. I'm going to read the book. I've got a midterm coming up, and I'm going to go back and read the book because I love reading source material. And I'm ashamed to say, as a film fan, I've never seen the original It. I'm going to watch that. I like watching horror movies coming up to Halloween. I have seen It 1 and 2, the newer ones, and I thought they were, they're good movies. Not blown away, but I thought that was 1/6 figure, folks. yeah. Conspiracy theories have begun. Oh, there's no theory. Come on, the guy's the biggest reviewer. He's worked hard to get where he is. He gets the thing, and that's it. why wouldn't you offer your product to someone with the largest audience? It's like, yeah, I've seen already a bit of like whinge baggery. He's got 500,000 subs. Who are you going to give it to? The guy with 1,000? Like, it wouldn't make sense. I watched Drunken Dernoby's stream and I regret it. Yeah. Look, I'm not going to say. I was watching it. I turned it off. It's like, this is not. I wanted to see the products or the prototypes, and I wanted people to zoom in and, like, look at the materials and comment on the posing and, give a critique, which Riley and Carlos and Will and Lael did. They definitely have different ways of critiquing things. Carlos is a bit straight down the line about it, whereas Will can be a bit more. Well, in my opinion, this doesn't look too great. But look, they did critique. They I wouldn't say roasted the Bruce Wayne one, but they definitely said the sculpted is the weakest, and even they critiqued Gandalf a bit as well. Smart move by Inart. I'm not sure what you're on about, Best Guy Kid. Probably the going to the guy with 500,000 subs kind of thing. Like, that's just basic maths. Like, happy Sunday morning, Shane. Hope all is well with your family, mate. Elbow cough. Benji. I love the way, Ben, you always sign up with New York City. I hope you're having a good day. I'm having a good day. I have a stream here. I had a really good gym session yesterday. Got some good coffee. I've got these images here in front of me. There's 50 in the chat, which is, man, this is unusual for my streams. And I am going for dinner later on. I'm going to see Bon Iver. Not sure if there's any Bon Iver fans out there, but just Austin McLean. I hope Inart gets a good global distributor. Yeah, that could happen. Hopefully. Hello, everyone. William Owens, how are you? To be frank, avoid Denobi's stream. Giant waste of time, full of negativity for the sake of it. Your take on Justin and his invite is spot on. Denobi calls his opinions on No, it's not skepticism. It's the fourth dimension. Careful now. He's probably in the shadow taking notes. Like, I don't know. These are toys. We're grown men and women who collect toys. We don't need any more reason to behave childish. But anyway, I don't know the guy. No disrespect to him. It's just his stream personally. It wasn't for me. And I'm sure he doesn't watch my streams either. Batman was a prototype. Man, that Batman looked good. Pennywise was a prototype, and Joker. See, now we're having conflicting. You see, I'm calling your source on that. Again, no disrespect, but we seem to have conflicting opinions here. Can anyone clarify? Because to me, what's on the screen looks like the final product packaging. I think if they're at that stage where they're releasing videos with multiple head sculpts, which are the same head sculpt, but loads of them, and they're showing the knife, and they have 50 of them on the screen, and they're showing the all the different accessories. They're making a point going, this is not one. We have loads of these. To me, this looks like it's at the final product stage. It makes sense that the other ones were a prototype, but people are saying Pennywise is a prototype too. Well explained points of thought. I do appreciate that. I just don't have any time for the that kind of crap. Justin, any other figure reviewer says is pretty inconsequential to me. I'm gonna read that again. Mugwump. What Justin and any other figure reviewer says is pretty inconsequential to me. I just need to see the figure. Thank you. You've hit the nail on the head. Absolutely. I like to give the credit. There's 53 people watching here. I remember, just bear with me, I'm going to go on a little tangent here. I'm a massive fan of Ricky Gervais, the original Office. I haven't watched the American one. I will get around to it, but for me, the original Office, 2 seasons, Ricky Gervais, that's where it all stems from. I've seen him stand up a lot of the times. He's big into science. He's an atheist as well. I'm not a religious person, so there's a lot of common ground there. And he says that every now and then he'll say something. It might be on live stand-up or on a TV show or, as part of the script on a TV show he's working on. And there'll be a complaint going into whatever broadcast company showed the TV show or whatever. So there'll be a complaint saying, oh, I can't believe Ricky said this. This is offensive. And he says, it's a joke. It's comedy. It's a joke. So he says, when he goes to do live stand-up, he likes to give his audience the credit that they have the intelligence and are intelligent enough to understand that what he's saying is not meant to be taken seriously because they've paid $50 to see a comedy show. That's exactly how I feel about YouTube reviewers for 6-scale content, for figures, for statues. You are watching someone give their opinion on something. If someone says it's great, I don't have to think it's great. I've got two eyes of my own. If someone says it's crap, I don't have to think it's crap. I've got two eyes of my own. If someone says buy from Toys Wonderland or Sideshow or Toys Buying Agent or Lion Rock Toys, I don't have to do any of that. I go and find the cheapest and I balance up the risk and reward. I like to give the credit to the people who subscribe to my channel and watch my streams or my content, the credit that they have the intelligence to make up their own decisions. This is not rocket science. It's guys and girls collecting toys, folks. You don't need a degree to do this. You don't need a PhD to do this. This is not that hard. So, Mugwump, you're 100% right. I think there's a lot of jealousy out there. Did we see the same Pennywise figure? Something has changed since the photos I remember seeing. I think it's better. I actually think it's better. Again, maybe I don't have the Pennywise eye, because I know when I look at the Gandalf, like, I think it looks great, but I mean, I've seen the movies, but I haven't read the books and seen the movies 1,000 times, and I don't have the same eye for it, like maybe I would have for, I don't know, The Dark Knight. CN, it's the hair and the figure, looks great. It does look great. Moose Dream, people are worried the Inart are getting into bed with the Devil's Workshops by some pictures. But then again, if they are, don't buy from them. That's kind of that simple, you know? I'm amazed you lasted 30... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe the second half is better. Maybe there's a twist in the end. The Joker was final. The joke, yeah, okay, good stuff. I hope it is. I hope it seems to me. What, I don't know. Like they have the packaging. It's the greatest deception ever. Tinfoil hats on, people. The Joker was final. The Joker was final. Batman and Pennywise were prototypes. That makes more sense, but I don't know. Denobi Downer, I see your I saw your comment. All right, yeah. Pennywise is the final product. They stated in their Instagram post. Okay. Pennywise is the final product. It looks fantastic. I heard Joker, Penny, Gandalf were final, and Inart were protos. Where did you hear that, Seifel? I'm just wondering, like, as in, because was it like an official post or was it like on their Instagram? Because I like to check the source on that. And you know, no doubt you heard it, but I'm just curious. Didn't the lads on Riley's stream confirm that Pennywise was a production sample? If not, my bad. I honestly can't remember. Having an amazing Sunday in grace. Good stuff. Good to hear it. I'm trying to get through all these chats before I want to look at more of these. Didn't the lads on... Yeah, grand. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not saying you're giving misinformation. I don't know where the source is. It's always good to check the sources. I do think some content creators get competitive sometimes. Why can't we all? Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's true. But like, I suppose, yeah, I don't know. Well, all I say is the figure looks incredible. It does. They were supposed to show Aragorn, but they didn't. And in Riley's stream, maybe Riley was talking to someone there who said this was the final prototype, or this was, sorry, the final product, or was a prototype or something like that. All right, let's look. So first of all, what I'm noticing here about this particular, the first thing I notice is this is going to be an absolute beast of a thing. This is going to be huge. If you did get from Toys Wonderland or Devil's Workshop or Tito's, whatever you want to call them, they're going to be charging a pretty penny on this. Now, if they do, you might want to take note. The day I ordered mine, I ordered the rooted 2-pack with them. I paid it off in full, but I didn't pay the shipping. I checked before because they had a little card underneath and I have a screenshot of it. And they said to Europe, which I am in, I'm not in the UK, Ireland's not part of the UK, because they had a price for the UK and a price for Ireland. This should cost $105 to ship. So $723, I got this for $723 because 20% off discount and some points. 723 and 105 is 828. Now, if they start to put a T-dubs on it, that's what I'm going to throw back at them. Throw back the screenshot at them, and you should all do the same. I don't mind sharing. I'm pretty sure I have it. I'm going to share that. Throw back the screenshot at them and pull them up on that. Now, in fairness, it didn't say DHL. It was like a 21-day shipping or something like that, but it should still be tracked. But yeah, look, it's going to cost a pretty penny. I'd imagine this with DHL could be around the 1 to 150 mark. If it's $200, I'll still do better, because $200 onto 723 is $923, and there's people out there paying $1,100, so I'll still be happy about it. But yeah, don't let them away with that. 105 I could deal with. So let's have a look at some other photos, because that's what we're here for, folks. That's what we're here for. What did I just do? Come on. Amateur hour. Okay, so sorry, I want to leave that to last. I want to leave that to last because I want to leave that to last. So what we have here is people obviously looking at the this is the Batman, the Robert Pattinson, the Batman, and I can't tell. I think this is the sculpt. I think the root is on the other side, and the little tubes. I like the way they have little tubes to ship the head sculpt. This looks outstanding. I'll be honest. I'm going to call myself out here. When I first saw the prototype images for this, for Inart, I thought, well, the Hot Toys one's pretty amazing. Like, I wouldn't get this. I'd still go for the Hot Toys. However, I don't have the Pennywise eyes. There's people out there, like, say, if you look at Will, he's a massive Pennywise fan. I think Dante's a massive Pennywise fan as well. Maybe you've read the book. Maybe you saw the original. Maybe you loved the remakes as well, the reboots. This does look better than the Hot Toys, I have to say. Even though I'm not a big Pennywise fan, like, if you just look at the cracking on the head, it looks like cracking. This looks like kind of his head kind of looks like a drought desert or something with all these little cracks in him and stuff like that. The sculpted hair looks on point the rooted hair, but it seems to be, it won't be an issue in terms of maintenance, because it looks like it'll be already styled into that. Even though it's like rooted pieces, it looks like it's already going to be held in place like that. That's fantastic. The weathering, because I know that the weathering, a lot of people said Pennywise was too clean, the Hot Toys version. This looks weathered up. It doesn't look kind of poofy either, because I know another complaint that people were, because I watch all the streams, they were, because I like to stay in the loop. This is definitely a lot more weathered around the collar. It's a lot more weathered around the main outfit. There's more detail on the head, especially really stands out to me. You've got the rooted hair. This looks fantastic. Creepy. Very, very creepy. But I think a lot of people are going to be very happy with this. I have actually, I saw a comment on the display cases. I'm actually going to pull something up and show you a display case like them. They're not the exact same, but they are similar to them. See if I can, because I had one and I sold it because I'm using it for a quarter scale, but I don't use it anymore. I think it's this one. Okay, so I'm just going to give you an option here, folks. Just going to take I'm going to switch from this onto something else, because people were commenting on the display cases. So I just want to show you something. So this here, this is just Sideshow, and this is like €80, so that's probably about $75. These are called, they're lighted display cases by Legend Studios. This one is big enough to fit a 6 scale figure in, so I'd imagine the proportions on this would be similar to the ones from Queen Studios. Now they're kind of on the expensive side, €80 or $75 for a display case. I had one of these, the quarter scale version that I had my Mark III in, because it's the only quarter scale I have. But as I'm getting, I want to get like the quarter scale Vader, and I have the Dark Knight quarter scale on order, because I want a quarter scale from Marvel, DC and Star Wars, and I'm going to put them up in the floating shelf, so I don't need this anymore. But I sold a quarter scale one, but they're beautiful looking. They're lighted, they've got that cool white light, and it's touch sensitive, so you basically put batteries, 3 in the quarter scale version. There was 3 AA batteries on the top, and on the bottom and you touched it. Like it was like no button, it was just like touch sensitive, and the lights went on, and you can move these spotlights as well. So that might be an option for people who maybe are going in the Inart route, and this is their pride and joy, because you might be able to justify spending that kind of money for a display case if it was just a once off, you know? Right, so go back to that image there before I address more chats. According to Inart's social media, the Joker, Pennywise and Gandalf were finals. The Batman was okay, well, yeah, look, and that's Inart's social media, then there's no argument. That means that what we see is, and what Justin reviewed would be the final product. Wouldn't that make sense? Blue Tattoo, they mentioned on their Insta that Aragorn suffered damage. Oh no, that's unfortunate. Denobi is correct when he said that some pre-orders will be cancelled due to price. Some might be available at lower prices. Yeah, I think maybe a lot of people out there would, with the 3-day pre-order window, because, okay, that was, Inart shouldn't have done that. If it was 3 days, they should have stuck to it, but they messed up there. For me, it didn't matter because I pass on a lot of things that I like to collect, the things I love, which means I've bit of money put aside. Every time I pass on a cool looking figure, put aside a little bit of money, and then I was ready. But not everyone is in that situation, or maybe forward plans like that, or maybe people, if everyone has different financial situations, stuff like that. So people would have just put an NRD on, and I think there will be cancellations because when the bills come, it's a hefty bill. It's a hefty bill. I'm scared that shipping might be £200 to £3,000. You were funny the first time, Max. I actually thought that was funny. I know you corrected yourself here, but yeah, you could be right. But if they quote 105, it should be 105. Now, I don't think that wasn't DHL, but import tax, yeah, import tax. It's hit and miss. Some more often than not with Toys Wonderland customs, yeah, do get stung for customs. However, yeah, with Lion Rock toys, you won't. Usually don't. They mark the values down. They shouldn't anyway. Mr. Musashi, I got it from 1/6 kit, which included shipping. I think that was 1100. T-Dubs told me that shipping is now volumetric weight. So my quarter scale Hot Toys Vader cost me 250 to ship. Oh my god. It could be around 250. Those display cases are terrific. Yeah, I think they'd be great for the Inart 6 scale range. It's not a great tip, but be careful when buying from Hong Kong whether you use PayPal or debit card. The conversion from Euro to Hong Kong varies between payment. No, that's a great tip. That's a great observation. As well as when I'm looking to buy something, I have like loads of tabs open. I'll have like, I don't use Sideshow anymore. I can't because of the import taxes. But I'll have like Toys Wonderland, Toys Buying Agent, Lion Rock toys are pretty much my go-to now because they work with me in the price and I review from them. 1/6 kit, Spec Fiction, whoever. And I'll just price the figure, factor in the shipping then, and then if they're a company that marks values down, will I get stung for customs or not? But that conversion tip, those things, I do them as well because you might notice you go in for PayPal and they add on another like 5%, or not 5%, a certain percentage. And then with a credit card it might be different and so on. So just go with the cheapest. But then again, with Toys Wonderland, I like buying on a credit card because then I can do a chargeback. Like, I'll be ruthless if like I've yet to order a figure from them that hasn't arrived. So I mean, I know that like there's different content creators will say it's rolling the dice. I know, and again, no disrespect to Will Foxification, he always uses the phrase it's rolling the dice. But if you just, I'm just gonna humor me here for 1 second. Just humor me here for 1 second. And again, I would never promote them. I will never actually promote them. I will never promote a review for that company. Because I don't want that kind of heat. But I take my own risks. But if you look at something here, just do this 1 second for me. So I have 14 figures. 1 second. Come on, Shane. There we go. So I didn't even do it right. There we go. Finally. So there's 14 figures. Out of the 40 something figures, 1/6 scale figures in my collection, 14 of them are from the Devil's Workshop, right? And I've yet to order something from them that hasn't been shipped. Actually, no, there was one occasion. There was one occasion where they lost my order or something like that, and they refunded me, gave me a 20% discount, and then they shipped me a Remnant Trooper. That has to have been an error. So really, if you look at, there should be 15 figures in the collection from Tito's, but there's actually only 14. So I'm not counting the Remnant Trooper because I didn't order it. So out of the 15 times which I should have had figures in my collection from them, 14 arrived, one didn't, and it got refunded, and they gave me a 20% discount code, which I put towards this Joker, so it all works out in the end. 14 out of 15. So if you're talking about rolling the dice, my percentage is 93% chance I'm going to get it. So for me, if I see a $100 Trooper and I paid $100 and I factor in, okay, the shipping and everything, and if that's significantly cheaper than Sideshow, I bear in mind, based on my maths and my experience, I have a 93% chance of getting that. So it's not really a dice roll. It's not a 50-50. However, that is my experience. That is not Will's experience, and that is not any of your experience. So again, comes back to, I like to give credit to the people in the chat that they are intelligent enough to make up their own minds and what suits for them. Not everyone has the same story. I think I'm being very fair there with that synopsis of them. But yeah, I'm getting out of them anyway, because Line Rock Toys are basically offering me better prices because I do reviews for them. Okay, we're going to flick on really quickly. I'm going to address these chats and then flick on to the next picture, because I think this Pennywise is great. I do think it's better than Hot Toys. This particular, what you call a prototype final product, apparently it's a final product, looks great. What's the time period to paint the sculpt? I have no idea. Question for you, Shane. If you were Howard Chan, what would be your next move after seeing all this hype for Inart and figures? No more funky looking head sculpts. Number one. No more funky looking head sculpts. Number two, get the production lines moving quicker, right? No more funky looking head sculpts. Get those figures that should be out, whether that's small batch or not. And then I would delve back into lines that would sell. The DX08, call it a 2.0 or 3.0, it would sell. The DX09, it would sell. The 1966 Batmobile vehicles, no, I wouldn't do that. So I'd be looking at the figures which are almost timeless, like the DX09, the DX08, and I'd be doing 2.0s of that, putting them out. They'd be printing money. The Terminator line, I fully believe that if they released another DX13 at 2.0, I do believe that would fly off the shelves. So there'd be three things I do anyway. Number one, bit more quality control in those head sculpts. You can't afford to drop the ball now. Number two, the stuff that's backlogged, 140 or 50 pre-orders, that needs to be addressed, and those things need to be coming out quicker, because Queen Studio have produced great sculpts so far. Fine, they only have a few products. They announced the Joker in February, said it'd be out Q4. It looks like it will be. And then they're also, I suppose they haven't really delved into anything different. They are going into Lord of the Rings, which gives them a bit of an edge. But yeah, I think if they go back and offer something that maybe Queen aren't. So I think the DX08, the DX09, that battle damage 13 would be great as well. I think those things would sell. Smash the like and subscribe, very much appreciated, thank you. 27 figures I bought from Toys One and now, and yes, customer service and shipping process is questionable, but still waiting for another 8 to arrive. Yeah, and again, that suits you. Yeah. Expect any surprise reveals at the Comic-Con event on the 28th to 30th. Inart Aragorn will be unveiled at, I've seen rumors of BVS Cavill and Black Adam. Is that like the Inart stuff, as in they're gonna show you their Black Suit Superman and Black Adam? Yeah, I don't know, like they kind of, didn't they give us the outline? They said they're doing a Wonder Woman, they said they're doing a Black Suit Henry Cavill Superman, they said they're doing Black Adam, they're obviously doing an Inart Aragorn, they said they're doing a Christian Bale Batman, they said they're doing a Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and that would be limited edition. I'll have an interest in the Joaquin and the Bale Batman, but no, I don't expect any surprises, to be honest, but what do I know? Max, that's a great question. I can't imagine how many bricks. I don't think he is. I made a joke. Obviously, in my thumbnails, I have a sense of humor in case you haven't noticed. So the thumbnail for this is something like Inart Vegas event, aka or asterisk the Hot Toy killer. They're not a Hot Toys killer, like, let's be honest. Hot Toys make phenomenal products. 90% of the time, I'd say close to 95% of the time, they're on point. Do we get the odd Tony Stank, Ant-Man? Yeah. Do we get the odd... I can't put the Black Widow into the same boat as the Tony Stank and Ant-Man, because it's not. Because the Black Widow sculpt that came out is closer to Scarlett Johansson than that Ant-Man. The Ant-Man did look like... what's your man's name? I'm drawing a blank. The Ant-Man did look like the actor. It was just really, really funny. But the battle damage, the clean 85 Tony Stank head sculpt didn't look like the prototype. But at the same time, the ScarJo Black Widow sculpt, it wasn't up to scratch there. So 95% of the time they do nail it, but they need to, those 5%, if you're looking for figures that fall into the 5% of the ones you were looking forward to and they're not good, that's kind of that's disappointing. Like, I was looking forward to that Black Widow, but I'm going to vote my wallet on that, and I won't be picking that up. But I think at the end of the day, they'll still remain popular because of their access to popular IPs. Yeah, I don't think they're scared. And this Inart are not a Hot Toys killer. I think they're in a different price bracket, and they'll appeal to maybe a different type of collector. Like, even myself, I'm impressed by them, but so far I'm not going to collect Lord of the Rings. I rule out entire lines. I rule out entire IPs because I would like to stay in this collecting hobby for a long time. I will never buy anything from the sequels because I thought the sequels, no offense anyone, I thought the sequels were a dumpster fire. I will never buy anything from Clone Wars, even though I'm watching and have decided no animation Clone Wars or Bad Batch for me, even though I think those clone troopers are amazing looking. And I think the Bad Batch are amazing looking. The Marvel TV shows, I've yet to pre-order a figure from Marvel TV show because I don't think they have rewatchability. So for me, because I collect like that, then when something like the Rooted Joker 2-pack pops up, I'm able to splurge on that because I've not been wasting my money on things I think are only okay. The Lord of the Rings, great movies, but I won't be collecting anything from Lord of the Rings. Pennywise, yeah, I enjoy the movies, won't be collecting anything from that. So I'll be very picky. But here's the thing, we're going to get into this. I might actually save the next point until we get to the photo. I'm convinced that reissuing the Reeve Superman would represent an easy win. I do think Hot Toys could look at their easy wins. I do think stuff from the Terminator line would sell. I think it's timeless. People would pick that stuff up. Original trilogy stuff it tends to sell. Like, Han Solo would be basically printing money. A Bespin Han, printing money. Endor Han with the long coat, printing money. The DX09, the DX08 reissues, printing money. What else? I know I'm forgetting other ones, but they'll pop up here. I should have rephrased that as first looks in hindsight. Sorry, you've lost me there, but you like the new one, I think, isn't it? Ant-Man was not good, but now it's a classic. Yeah, it's fairly funny. Am I watching Andor? I am watching Andor. It is just... I love it. I love Andor. And TIE Fighter pilots, they're coming. The Inart sculpted hair figure, which looks very good, is priced about the same as the Hot Toys figure. Yeah, I think there's an $80 difference there. I think if you go like for like, I'm pretty sure if you get just the Hot Toys version, the sculpted hair, and then compare it to the sculpted Inart, I do think there's still a monetary difference. Is it $50 or $30 or $80? I don't know the exact difference, but I remember thinking there still is a difference. But it's still, you could argue that's only $30. You could argue that. Deadpool red suit, the Inart Joker sculpted hair figure, which looks very good, is priced about the same as the Hot Toys figure. What do you mean, the DX11? I'm not sure, is it? I'm not sure on that one. Now, I still think those figures are still more expensive than their counterparts. But if you could give us the maths there, like, I'd gladly take a look at it. Right, so moving on to the next part. 62 people in the chat here in the morning. This must be a good time for people. Strange. I suppose people are just waking up maybe in other parts of the world. Alright, so we're going to take a look at more of these photos. I'm doing more talking than looking. Okay. Please, just over to you in the chat, the 62 people in the chat. Give me your thoughts on this. I want to hear your thoughts on this. Just going to zoom in a bit more. I mean, if I had to critique, and I'm really splitting hairs, no pun intended, but I would probably push, see the midpoint of this hair here, around here? I would probably futz with this a bit and just push it a little bit, compact it a small bit more so it's not so out. I would just a little bit of a push in to compact it a bit, maybe the same on this side. But I'm literally splitting hairs, no pun intended. What do you think? I'm looking at the chat here. What do you think, folks? Just going to give you a second there to respond. Shane, what will these Inart figures do to the Hot Toys secondary market? The DX11, I'm already seeing the DX11 for reasonable prices. Like, I think they're going to tank, but it's not fair though. The DX11 is a very old figure. I'd love if Hot Toys came out and released their 3.0 Joker. I'd just get the popcorn out because the stream would be hilarious. In my opinion, it's a good time to be a trooper. Yes, good time to be a trooper collector. I actually have I think I just took a photo of my trooper display yesterday. I sent it to Beskar Kid because myself and Beskar Kid have a love of Star Wars and troopers and the gym. I don't have it here. Sorry, I'll send it on again. Not a single flaw I could point out. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm totally splitting hairs about the hair thing. Phenomenal Joker. It's mighty impressive. The look of this figure was always impressive to me, but it's great to see. Yeah, the posability. I actually think it's more posable than I thought it would be because I don't need it doing backflips. I just want it to stand there and look intimidating. And then you hear people saying, why don't you get a statue? Because I don't want to get a statue. Because I like the option to swap out the accessories or the hands or roll up the sleeves or put it into a different pose, even though the posing mightn't be like backflips and stuff like that. He's not Spider-Man. So, but I'm glad I have the option. The magnetic, apparently the knees are ratcheted and the magnetic base is a great call. Pre-ordered, took the risk, very excited to get my mitts on this. I love it. I do think it's worth the cash. The price is what you pay, the value is what you get. I'm interested to see what happens in the secondary market to these in a few years' time. And imagine they have to, surely they're going to climb up. Hair could use more wax and flattening. Yeah, I think maybe the sides pushed in for me there, but I'm totally splitting hairs. This thing looks phenomenal. Looks crazy accurate, although I do prefer the head sculpt on the coatless Joker. I actually prefer this one. But yeah, it's interesting. I suppose it's a good thing that people, that's probably personal preference. Love the Joker, glad I ordered it. I'm in the same boat. Only on it at... I'm not sure. Only until it arrives and you have it in hand. Yeah, possibly. I don't really get that argument though. I've never really got that you have to have it in hand. Like, I mean, when you're looking at, like, when the reviewers, when okay, you could say like this is a prototype or whatever. Look, I think this is going to be, I do think this is what the final product's going to look like. I could be wrong. But when you have like a figure like the Black Widow, perfect example, the black suit, black and gold suit, Black Widow from the Solo movie, when that came out, I watched everyone's reviews that I could get my hands on, and in none of them did I see a good representation of Scarlett Johansson. Saw a very good figure and a very good suit and a very good likeness to Black Widow, but I do want that Scarlett Johansson likeness, and I don't think I need it in hand, holding it in my hand, to see that there is a gap between the head sculpt on the figure and Scarlett Johansson or the prototype we saw. What is stopping this from going with a discount like so many other things right now? Demand. like it's economics 101. If things are in short supply and the demand is high, the price is going to increase. So I think what's going to happen is you're going to see there will be cancellations. And once the mainstream, should I say the mainstream streamers, once like the streamers start getting these, once the YouTubers start getting these in hands. So Justin said when he gets it, he's going to do another review. And then when Jeddah gets it and Dante gets it and, you know, like, you know, Will and you know, when I get it and everyone and like all the kind of smaller YouTubes like myself, like everyone is going to be reviewing this. There's going to be loads of reviews and everyone will want to watch them. And when, say, collectors see that, they're going to be like, there's going to be that natural honeymoon period of a hype. So anyone who cancels those ones that are now available to sell, I do think they're going to be snapped up quite quickly. Is it possible that some of them, that deals are got? Yeah, it is possible. You know, maybe some companies will have trouble shifting 1 or 2 days. I don't see it happen for this, to be honest. I don't know. I don't think this is going to go to the bargain bin. But I mean, some people have got deals and like I had to use a 20% discount code and some points, but I'm happy enough with that. He looks fantastic, not for me, glad for everyone who ordered this Joker. Yeah, good stuff, fair point. I don't think it's worth 1,000, I'd say 700 to 800. I'm glad I paid 723. But then I had to get a deal because of shipping and all this kind of stuff. I will be ordering this figure. You'd want to get on that because there's not too many places still offering it. Can't remember what stream it was, but they were joking about the Inart second hand in a few years. Sold balding on eBay. That's funny. The jail diorama really levels this figure up. So yeah, because it's not just one figure. It's 2 figures of a very, very high quality with rooted hair, great sculpts, great tailoring, great accessories, the magnetic bases and the diorama. The diorama with the real metal bars in the wood. It's not just a figure for 1,000. That being said, is there really a demand for a Pennywise? I see a demand. I think they're making smaller batch numbers of the Pennywise. They're making a lot of these Jokers because it's their first one, because it's like an extremely, this is like the Heath Ledger Joker, the Dark Knight, Batman, they're household names. Pennywise, would you argue it's a household name? I would say Pennywise is not a household name. It maybe they've heard of it. I'm sure, and I know he's a very popular character, but I would argue that if you talk about the Joker, everyone knows who the Joker is. Even if you haven't seen the movies, you know who the Joker is. The clown Pennywise, I wouldn't say that is as popular or as much a household name as the Heath Ledger Joker is. But yeah, it's a smaller batch size apparently. Joker looks amazing, I would agree. Let's look at another photo. Just going to zoom out on this. This is the sculpted hair version. I don't like the light in here because this is really dark and I can't see, but I'm going to try and zoom in on this actually. I want to look at the... it's very dark here, sorry, you can't really see. But I was worried about the fit of the coat when I first saw it in Justin's video, but then when he started posing it, I was like, no, it's fine. Look at the weathering here. Like, it's not just a purple coat, the weathering, there's like dirt and dust and stuff on the pants as well. I really like the base, it's really simple, but you know what? I'd pose it with the Dark Knight sign to the front, not the Dark Knight Joker. It says the Dark Knight Joker on it, I'd put that to the back and have the Dark Knight symbol on the front. This looks great. I really like this pose. This is so simple. Hold the card, holding the knife. That kind of like, just has presence like. Yeah, this is really good. You want to get a better picture of this? I don't think there is better pictures of this. Okay, Gandalf. I don't have the Lord of the Rings or Gandalf kind of eye. I think... I'm not going to say anything. I want the chat to tell me what they think about this. Especially, could you chime in as well if you're a diehard Lord of the Rings fan and you know your stuff, they're the people I really want to hear from, because I like the trilogy. I've watched it multiple times. I saw it in the cinema, but I haven't read the books. And you know, I don't collect Lord of the Rings, so I don't have the eye. You know what I mean? What do people think? 67 in the chat. I think this is the most I've ever had in the chat. It's actually a very nice time to stream. What do you think, folks? Let me know what you think of this Queen Studio Inart Gandalf. I'm just interested to see what people are saying about it. I feel that I'm not really entitled to an opinion on this one. Like, I know, like, if like, say if Zach was here, or John from Collecting Weekly, they're like big Lord of the Rings guys, and or Dean, they'd be able to tell me like why it's good and stuff like that. Like, for me, I'm just looking, I'm going to go, yeah, it looks like Gandalf to me. The head sculpt, though, I'm not 100%. The Batman is sick. So glad I ordered the Joker and the Batman. Thanks for the vid. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate you for the comment. Thanks for watching. I don't love Lord of the Rings, but it does seem like one fine figure. I'm getting this and the rest of the line for sure. Really pleased with what I saw. Tailoring is on point. The rooted beard is fantastic. Yeah, I think the rooted beard is good. And the sculpt is right in the money. They all look amazing. I wonder how the final products will come out. I do think these are the final. This is a big story for your audience, Shane. Yeah, possibly. I think a lot of people are interested in this one. Yeah, I think Gandalf looks good too. It's just I know I won't be going into the Lord of the Rings line, but I think it looks good. Yeah, I think the costume looks good, and the tailoring, and you know, the staff and the sword, and what, this is a real strange observation now, right? But you can't really see it here, it's off camera. I really liked the his left hand here, you can't see it, it's on the hilt of the sword, and it looks really natural, and I think that is a testament to the articulation of the figure and the realness of the figure. So a few people looking at Pennywise, and you have the Joker again. This looks phenomenal. The head sculpt, the smirk, the dark mascara, just like the imperfect makeup, the kind of the black here and under the eyes. It's the line here on the mouth, the scars on the lips. The hairstyle isn't the same either, it's more slick back, it's kind of darker. The clothing fits so well. Rolling up here, you got your seamless joints here. They connect up here with magnets. Missing button from the waistcoat, which is screen accurate. Shout out to Justin for that one. I missed that, but that is a great observation. I even write down, he sits so natural. The socks, the dust and weathering on the pants. There's a real chain over here. I think the bench is actually metal. I can't remember. I know the bars are metal and this is wood, but like, look at the shoes and look at the socks as well. Like, these little touches are what you're paying for. The Gandalf looks amazing. Let me tell you, Sonny Jim McDonald, Hot Toys Joker resale market is going to collapse. Yeah, enjoy. Wish they would show the prototype of the Aragorn. Yeah, apparently got lost in transit, people are saying. Yeah, so let's take a look at another photo. Will we show the video actually? Will we watch the video? Is that what people want? On a flick track, do many photos. I thought there was a close-up of the Batman. Yeah, I'll just quickly show this one. This was one that I was going to pass on. Just let me know if you want to watch the video. I think we should watch the video of the Joker, where it shows all the different accessories and stuff like that. The case is actually very nice. Yeah, I think the Legend Studios case would be perfect for these. I also like how they're transporting the head sculpts in their own separate containers. In the packaging for the Rooted 2-pack, you can see 2 of these containers for the 2 different sculpts. I have to say, I really like this. And I have the Hot Toys Deluxe Batman and Bat Signal on a payment plan, and it's nearly paid off. But I really like this. In my video I said no, I'm going to pass on this because I liked having the kit, because I was never going to commit to the 2-pack because I don't need a Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne. I don't need a civilian in the collection. I tend not to collect civilians. If there was one civilian character I was going to get, it would be a Bale Bruce Wayne, or, you know, the Armory Alfred. And even at that, I don't think I would. But this here, I mean, I'd probably entertain a Dark Knight Inart Batman and Bale Bruce Wayne in a suit from Inart, if the suit was the same one as the DX19, because and I think they're going to do that because it's going to pair nicely with the Joker. But in terms of, like, I really liked the Batman. I thought it was a 4-star movie, but I loved the Dark Knight. So I thought, you know, the Hot Toys one will be fine on this. So my videos, I was like, no, I'm going to pass on this. I have to say though, Riley has done a bit of enabling here with these photos, this footage. I mean, you've got the, like, I don't think the Bruce Wayne is good. I don't think the head sculpt is I'm not entertaining I'm not entertaining the thought of the Robert Pattinson Bruce Wayne. Straight rule out. Or the Signal, because I have the Hot Toys one en route. But this here, the Rooted one, like, I think this looks phenomenal. I have to say, there's this, the way that they pose this, even the stance, it's so clever. They're just showing a little bit of articulation. It's so simple. You know, the feet are flat, fine. There's a bit of a bend in the knee. He's getting ready to, he's kind of like his attack pose. Got the 2 hands up. He's doing a bit of boxing. The way the cape is curled here, the leathery look of it. And I think it's hard to tell here from these particular photos, but is this the Rooted one? I think that's a sculpted one. It's hard to tell because it's just a bit dark here. I can't zoom in any further. But yeah, like, but I'm thinking, what would I do? What would I do? Right, so Deadpool red suit. Justin stated that the bench is made of metal. Good stuff, good stuff. I'm glad for reviewers like Justin who state these things. And I watch everyone. You know, I'm a big fan of Jeddah. I watch Dante. I watch, you know, big fan of 6-scale reviews. I watch them all. I watch them all. But those little things, because that's where content creators, I think, those little gems of knowledge, which when you're gathering data, wondering if you're pulling the trigger, are very important. So Renee M, Gandalf close-up would be nice. I would tread very carefully as Hot Toys has yet to respond to all of this. In what sense? As in, drop a 3.0 Joker? Surely they have to. Surely they're going to. I want to see them. I want to see them. The Eccentric Geek. I ordered the Pennywise because this is my favorite horror character. I also have the Hot Toys versions. It's nostalgic for me, and I'm a King fan. All right, I'm reading that book over Halloween. I'm just really looking forward to it. I love reading, but I haven't read in so long. I'm desperate for reading. Really quickly, folks, I'm just going to do a bit of housekeeping. In case you missed the intro. So, yeah. Ever since I got monetized, I'm doing a charity, what do you call it? A charity drive. Basically, I'm really, really, really happy with the support that I'm getting. And people are taking times out of their lives to watch the videos, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, engage in the chats, ask me on their live streams, come on my live streams, follow me on Instagram. And it's overwhelming, and it's been really, really positive, and I'm really, really happy about that. So I decided that when I get monetized, if I was lucky enough to get monetized, if I received any super chats, super likes, super thanks, ad revenue, any of that stuff, I would do something charitable. So on the 1st of August, Brandon Salad gave me my first ever super chat. Thank you, Brandon, if you're watching. It was $20. Very, very generous. So I decided from the 1st of August to the 31st of this year, 31st of December, New Year's Eve, 2022, I would gather up all the revenue from the small bit of ad revenue that YouTube gives you, the super chats, the super likes, super thanks, and I would put it in an account. And in January, I would announce how much we've raised as a community, and I would donate that to the Temple Street Children's Hospital. Temple Street Children's Hospital is our national children's hospital here in Ireland. It's called the Temple Street Children's Hospital. It's based in Dublin, and it's our national children's hospital. So that's where all the super chats are going towards. Really, really quickly as well, we've raised a total of €506.06 so far for this charity. Very much appreciated. No one is obliged or obligated to do that. I do this because I love it, but if you do, that's where the money's going. These are a few videos that are up on my channel. Review of Commander Cody, my thoughts on Crosshair, chase figures that I wouldn't rule out picking up, but I'm not spending an arm and a leg for them. That's kind of exciting thing about the hunt. You know the going rate. You know roughly what they're going for. And then you see one for about $100 or $200 cheaper, and you suss out if it's there, if it's still available, does it still have the box, does it still have accessories, are there any issues? And sometimes you just catch people at the right time that they just want a quick sale. But yeah, this is a video about the chase figures that I'm interested in possibly picking up. I'm going to do more unboxing and reviews, and these are some of I put a poll up on the community tab of my YouTube and just said which of these figures would you want me to unbox and review. So the next unboxing and review I will do will be on Snowspeeder Luke, followed by DX19, and I'm throwing the Bat Pod there as well, followed by the Boba Robot 2-pack, and then the Hot Toys Iron Man Mark 6. I also sat down for an hour or so with Leslie from Marvelous. She was the first ever female collector I interviewed on an episode of Visions. Nice way to mark the 30th episode of Visions. And then of course we had Pete Cass from OFAC from Collecting Weekly as well. So back to the stream. Is this TC Beto? This is like, I'm gonna totally fanboy out here. Big fan of 6-scale scavengers. Big fan of Brian and TC and Chris. TC, I assume it is you, Thomas Beto. If you have any interest in doing an episode of Visions, I would love to have you on. Maybe we'll I know if hit me up on Instagram. I don't want to bother you if you don't have any interest, stuff like that. But maybe if you would be interested, I'll work around your schedule and we sit down for an hour and just talk about your collecting journey. And yeah, thanks for the content with 6-scale scavengers. Very much appreciated. Shane debating cashing in some Bitcoin. Nope. I have sold no Bitcoin since the crash. Zero. I am dollar cost averaging and I'm batting down the hatches. It's so easy to buy Bitcoin when the price goes up, but it's the money's made in the bloodbath, Bob. You buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own. One negative I noticed about the sculpted heads, I forgot to read out your comment, TC. One negative I noticed for the sculpted heads is the back seam is the back seam due to the rolling eye system. The rooted hair hides it better. I did notice that, but I also think they didn't clip them in fully, TC. I know that one of them was kind of ajar, and I know that when Denobi saw that, he, oh, look at this, ooh. And I was like, yeah, it's clearly not popped in, properly. Now, but you could be right. I think rooted would be better, but yeah, it's again, like it would be something to consider, but I think the occasion I'm thinking about, it wasn't popped in fully. I think someone had opened it, but thanks for the observation. Riley, massive shout out to Riley. I want to just check something, Riley, while you're still here. It must be past your bedtime, Riley. What time is it over there in LA? You're West Coast, aren't you? I just want to check really quickly what Riley's at, because Riley should be at 1,000 by now. He had like 155 in the stream yesterday, so, and rightly so, because he was on location. Riley's at 681, folks. If any of the 51 people are watching this and they haven't subscribed to Riley's reviews, please go over there. It's Riley Reviews, so it's R-E-I, right? So R-I-L-E-Y, R-E-V-I-E-W-S, Riley Reviews. You can all spell. Now, I want to see if actually, do I have a banner for you while you're there? Do I have a banner here for you that I can just use? I'm gonna pop it up. I'll pop it up for the rest of the stream because I thought I saved your old one. I'm just gonna pop it up really quickly. Create a banner. Okay. So 1 second. All right. Just want to make sure I have this right, Riley. Riley reviews on YouTube and okay. All right, so there you go. If you haven't subscribed to Riley Reviews on YouTube, I'll leave that up there. Yeah, Riley, I have to say that Batman, I'm rarely enabled. When I'm on the knife edge, I'm dangerous, but it does look very good. I knew it would look good, but I just think because I didn't, I really liked the film. I thought it was 4 out of 5, but because it wasn't a 5-star for me, I was like, no, I want the hot toys and the bat signal, and I really like the base and all the bucket load of accessories and the squirrel suit. So that's what made more sense for me. So I'm not going to rush out and order this. I won't be getting the signal from Inart. I won't be getting the Bruce Wayne. But the rooted single of this with the mascara on the eyes, I'm not saying I'm going to rule it out. But I'm not committing to pre-ordering either. So Riley was popping in. TC said, yes, it is him. Bob Dylan, no, I will not be selling Bitcoin. Glad you enjoyed the Batman. It truly was an epic display in person. The talk of the town and Pennywise. Yep. Here he is, the man of the hour. Yeah, Riley, the man of the people. Sorry, started over at the beginning. Just woke up. Just answered your question from the beginning. It's 9 a.m. in Pennsylvania. Good morning, Ken. Really appreciate that Shane had to wake up for an early flight. Stay safe, you guys. Appreciate the support from the community. Thank you for bringing the footage to the community. Riley Reviews, you handled all the demand. Yeah, exactly. That was so funny, like, because it was, you know, Carlos was saying go to one place, Will was saying do something else, Leila was saying to do something else, and Riley was getting involved. I thought that was funny. It was actually, I really liked the tone of the stream, and I really liked the data we got from it, the footage, the information, and it was just, yeah, it was fun. And Mugwump says, congrats on the streams. Watch and subscribe this morning. Many thanks. All right, it's time to look at that video. It's definitely time to look at that video. If I can find it. So it's a video I want to look at of the production. So I don't know, will I get demonetized for this or whatever, but look, who cares? I just put the sound down just in case. So are they all prototypes as well, I guess, are they? Like, are they the only ones they've made? I mean, what's the deal here? What's the general thought here about, you know, people were saying, oh, these are just the prototypes that Justin had, or the prototypes at the event. Then how come they 50 here? Did they just make 50 to trick everyone? That's a pretty elaborate trick. Is this the box behind us or what? I want to rewatch that. We'll rewatch that. It's only a minute. Alright, so we got the hands, we got the seamless wrist hands, even though I just makeup on the fingers, grenades, cash money, the metal handcuffs, machine gun with the kind of extendable stock, the cartridges, the magazines are removable on those handguns. Look at all them. That's a bit creepy. I can't wait to get this in hand. That is not an original opinion. Everyone who has ordered this or is considering ordering it That's the pose, isn't it? That's the pose with the handcuffs. I'm very excited about this because I'm thinking the jail cell with the handcuffs and then just the standing. Just want to scan and find this. Like the code version is the better one, I think, but I'm looking for the one. Where's the one with the handcuffs? Yeah, like that. That is the pose for the diorama, I think. Yes. I love that. I love everything about this. It looks like, it just looks like a 6-scale version sitting there. It looks lifelike. It looks hyper real. Like the rooted hair looks great. The makeup and the sculpt, the tailoring, the weathering, you know, the attention to detail. That button is missing. Real metal handcuffs. Seamless hands, and also the makeup on the hands, because he's obviously applying the makeup. The shirt and the fit in the shirt and the design. The socks. Even like the way that the ends of these shoes like curl up, which is movie accurate. The Dark Knight logo there. Real wood. It's just fantastic. But we're not allowed to be excited about it. You're not allowed to be excited about it. You can't be giving the keys to the kingdom to someone. Oh my god, that's hilarious. You are allowed to be excited about it. You're absolutely allowed to be excited about it. I feel bad for the intern that set up that promo display. Sorry, Bob, you've lost me here now. That set up that promo display. Oh, sorry, that you're probably talking about the clip, the back of the sculpted hair, and yeah, look, look, we're only human. This has been a fantastic stream, Shane. Appreciate you going to depth in this. Look, this is fun. This is not work. Be under no illusions. Like, this is completely not work. This is a lot of fun. It's supposed to be fun. We are fully grown men and women who collect toys. It should be fun. It should be an escape. And of course, you're allowed to critique things without being toxic. There are 2,000 units ready to ship. The production run will be about 10k. So, like, Bob, does that mean because I order from Toys Wonderland, I'll get mine before or after I have a Zimmer frame? See, I like to live dangerously. It's got to be good. If they miss this, the future of their company would be. People won't forget. People won't forget. This looks great. And if I'm wrong, like if it comes out and it's just looks nothing like this, then that's what I'll say. I hope that none of the ones that they have standing out in the open playing with are mine. Yeah. Do you have any other Inart on order besides the Batman? Riley actually has the Batman. He's got the Joker now. He went rooted 2-pack, I think. Lionel. King Killer. That's just a cool name. I remember seeing a band years ago called, what they called, King Kong? Oh god, what they called, King Kong? They were bloody good anyway. Wish I could see a clear picture of the sculpted head sculpt. I can get that for you. Oh, sorry, the sculpted head sculpt. Ah, yeah. The best I have here for some reason is this. Now, yeah, that's what I have at the moment. But Justin did a review and they include the sculpted head sculpt there as well. Love the coatless jokers in the background clapping in reference to Jordan's promotion. Yeah. You know, sorry, Gordon's, sorry, amateur hour. Gordon's promotion. Jordan's promotion. Yeah, maybe those SWAT team Gordons will start to sell out now, and well, they've already sold out, but maybe the price will increase. Where would you suggest I place an order for the rooted hair Joker from? wherever you can find at this stage. This is the thing. I ordered mine from Toys Wonderland. I fully paid off the rooted 2-pack. But I will never advise other people that they should order from them. I will never review or promote for them. They have offered me cheap figures to actually promote them on my social media, and I have declined. They did it for in response to I wasn't happy about DX19 that they said would ship and didn't ship and didn't ship and didn't ship. And I got sick and tired of emailing the customer services. I played by the rules, and eventually I made a video, and they basically said, "Oh look, we'll give you cheaper figures if you review for us." And I said no. And then when I was looking for a cable, I reached out to them, and they said we'll give you a cable for $900 Hong Kong shipped with DHL, but you have to review for us. You have to promote us on your social media. That was like a week ago. And I said, I've told you before, I'm not going to. I just want a figure. And when I told Lion Rock Toys this story, because I was looking for the deluxe cable because I had it on order with Sideshow, but I thought there was a significant gap between the prototype and what we got, and it was so delayed, I cancelled on Sideshow, refunded, kept my full NRD because it delayed, and I went looking for it elsewhere. And eventually Lion Rock Toys said, you know what, Shane, we'll match that. So Lion Rock Toys offered me a special price of $900 HK, which is $114 shipped for the deluxe cable. That's not an offer that you won't find that on their site. They must not like Toys Wonderland, but they sent that, they've shipped that to me, and I'm going to do a review for them, and I'm very, very happy to do a review for them because they seem to be a reputable company. That's Lion Rock Toys, not Toys Wonderland. So to answer your question, I got mine, or I didn't get it, I ordered mine with Toys Wonderland. If you want to roll the dice, that's on you, but I would suss out, I think, did someone say Spec Fiction had some left, or Kit? If anyone in the chat knows where the rooted 2-pack are available, give this man some options if you want to chime in, because I can't off the top of my head. I know T-Dubs advertised they have some more, but you might want to go down that route. I get from them when they have the drop down deals and stuff like that, or if I have a 20% coupon. That's the only reason I got this with them, because I had the coupon and some points. I wouldn't normally buy something of this importance to me from them, so I have taken a risk. It could backfire on me. Maybe they say, oh no, we don't have any, and they refund me, in which case, like, there'll be a video. There has to be. I'm super excited about this. Sorry, but they blow Hot Toys away so far. Need more positivity in the world. You know what? Like, Hot Toys make fantastic things. You know what I mean? Their Iron Mans are fantastic. I'm looking up here at the Mark 85, fantastic. The Battle Damage Endgame Thanos is fantastic. Iron Patriot is up here on a floating shelf with no stand, waiting to smash me in the head and my laptop. It's fantastic. The Boba Roba 2-pack is fantastic. It's just as good as a lot of this stuff. They have the edge here because probably of the rooted hair. If Hot Toys come out with a 3.0 Joker, then I think it'd be fair to compare. The Batman, in fairness to Inart, does look more real. But like, I don't think they blow them out of the water. With all due respect, Ghostbusters Plus Collector, I do disagree with you respectfully. I don't think they blow them out of the water. I think they have the edge here, but you can't compare this to the DX11 because it's so old. I think they have the edge with the Batman, but I just really like the full set from Hot Toys. That's why I went with it. My friend thinks you're attractive. Thank you. Your friend probably needs glasses. And no, I'm definitely not single. But thank you. Is everyone good with the 1K price tag? Still on the edge with that and the community's worries. The 1K. It's a good question. I put the hand in the pocket because of the character. Here you have probably the most captivating performance I've ever seen in cinema. From my favorite trilogy, from my favorite movie out of the trilogy, from my favorite rendition of Batman, from my favorite director. It's a perfect storm for me. So, as much as I'm disciplined, a lot of discipline went out the window for this because there was that emotional nostalgia, because of the quality. I do think you're going to get a quality product, but can I put my hand in my pocket for $1,000 every time a nice 2-pack comes out? No. I can't afford that. I'm just going to be honest, folks. I can't afford that. You know? This is an exception. Also, Nick, if you think about it, I didn't pay $1,000 on it. For the product itself, I paid $723 because I was holding on to a 20% discount code with T-Dubs. It's the only reason I went with them. Because they have a mistake that they made prior, which I explained earlier on in the stream. And I was saving that for the right time. This was the right time. Paired with some points, $723. I'm comfortable with that. Because I still need to worry about shipping on that. Because I think all in with shipping and customs, I'll still do better than, say, buying it from, I think Kit had it for 1,100 shipped. 16-figure focus, please update the channel when you get your shipping invoice. I'm genuinely curious since the box seems comparable to that of a quarter scale. Bob, you know me. I will tell you exactly how that goes down. How I figure it'll go down is I'll get a bill and then I'll say, no, that is $200 and whatever or $300. And I will screenshot them directly. This is what you quoted, or this was on the pre-order page for the item when I clicked pre-order on the day. And now you're changing it. Like, that's shady. And there will be a back and forth, but I'm not going to go onto a stream and do that. I'm not going to go onto an episode. I'm not going to make an episode about that. I'm not going to go onto a Facebook group. I'm going to go directly to customer services or contact them directly, Bob, if you know what I'm saying. And I'll let you know how that turns out. And when it all gets done and dusted, I'll let you know exactly how I paid. Maybe I have to take an L on that one, and I'll have to pay because, well, I paid it off now. It's I might have to commit, but I'll be honest. None of the Inart releases are joining my collection. If they turn out great, I will desperately pray for Highlander, Terminator, Running Man, Terminator. That's one I'm looking for. Yeah, Blue Tattoo, Third Wonderland. It's so funny, like, because, like, look at the evolution of their name. There's Toys Wonderland. I noticed a lot of people call them T-Dubs, and then I actually was the first person to call them the Devil's Workshop in jest, because I would say, oh, I got it from the Devil's Workshop, and then now it's everyone uses it. And then now, so Third Wonderland has been messing up orders lately. They were good till they weren't. I might start a YouTube channel so they quit effing with me. Yeah. It's I haven't had an issue lately, but I think Blue Tattoo, you were right on the money there. And when Philip, the CEO of Toys Wonderland, phoned me, I explained that to him. I said, look, man, you're phoning me because I am a content creator, and I think I had like just over 1,000 subs at the time. Small channel, still a small channel. I said, you don't phone all your customers and give the same treatment, so it's not really fair, is it? I'm not a shill for Toys Wonderland, but I just saw this morning they're on Instagram with a few more placeholders for Inart Joker 2-pack. Maybe that's down to cancellations, I wonder. Maybe people are realising, maybe people aren't in the same financial position they were back in February, which is quite realistic, and that could happen. Yeah, I'm not saying Hot Toys is bad by any means whatsoever. I was just talking about the Batman mania over Hot Toys. Yeah. If Inart offered a Nurse Joker, would you pick that up also? I'll have to cross that bridge when it comes to it. I think I might be jokered out. I think these are the two versions. I didn't need two in the first place, and now I've got three. Because the Rooted 2-pack, and I've got a Sculpted as well, because I'm more of a Sculpted hair fan. When I saw the Rooted, I was like, right, get them both, see how you feel. I might end up selling. I don't think I'm going to end up selling the Rooted. If anything's going to be sold, it might be the Sculpted, and I mightn't even sell that. I might just keep it and sit in it and see how the price reacts. Or I could display it in a different area of the house or something, do you know? Same here, Ken. I was wondering about dimensional weight. Yeah, I am curious. You've been asking me since I've ordered, Bob, and you're right too. Wish I'd opted for the Rooted 2-pack, but 1,000 it is. Yeah, it absolutely is. Right, so just want to take another look at something here. Where is this? Are there any other pictures? I actually want to take another look at the production photos for the Batman. Anyone in the chat getting the Batman? Or any of the SKUs of the Batman, should I say? I have not ordered. I've ordered a Hot Toys one with the deluxe base, modular base, and the signal. But damn you, Riley. Right, so let's take a look at some of these. So these are swap out chest plate, I presume. And I presume this comes out of that. So this is the holster for the grapple gun. It just must be his belt, and all these different pieces clip onto the belt. So you got like handcuffs, some different pouches. It's a grapple gun, holster for the grapple gun. What is this? Is this a flare? Oh, this must be, one of these must be the flare, and one of these must be like the venom fluid or whatever. Alright, so the hand already grips this different type of grappling. This is a grappling hook? And what's this then? Does he have two different? There's a grapnel gun and then a grapple hook. It's like a small version. So he must have two different types. That's interesting. All these cards. I think the cards are a nice touch. Yeah, I just don't need this. Each to their own. If it was a Bale Bruce Wayne, I think I might be swayed. Now this does look good. Dear Batman, happy birthday. Love, Mom. Oh, actually, sorry, that was very distasteful. I wasn't even thinking there. Yeah, this looks cool. I like the way you have this, like, this almost like looks reminiscent of the squirrel suit. And this must be like, it's like the squirrel suit is there, but you can't see it. It's like packed away. The detail on this is very impressive. Now, I'm always blown away by Hot Toys' little minute details, but this is particularly nice too. The back, yep. There's a word for these. I can't remember what they're called. The little, are they like darts that do these actually shoot out? I can't remember what these do. This is obviously like gauntlets, and I can't remember, do these shoot out or what are they? It's hard to tell here. Is this rooted or sculpted? This looks like sculpted with very good detail to me. Yeah, this is sculpted. I think they've got that little piece of his chin. They've nailed that. The angle, this is rooted. That's definitely rooted. I still see, this is obviously very like Patterson. You get the wrinkles on the, just not even wrinkles, lines on his head. Mascara, the kind of 5 o'clock shadow. This is, I thought his face is, this is a better angle here than this, but this is still bloody great looking. I wonder how much futzing you have to do with the hair. I want to catch up in chat, but first I want to find a really good photo of this. Oh man, that is impressive. I want to find a picture of the full bat suit. Like here, that doesn't do much for me. But the way they had it set up in their event does look good. I'm scrolling through the same photos now, am I? Go back out. maybe this one. Yeah, I even think there's a difference between this here and the actual... I'm going to go back to the one that we saw yesterday. I still think that's the one that really sells me the most. Where was it? It was the first one here, yeah. Just want to zoom in on this one. Yeah, like even you can see Pattinson's likeness in this tiny little bit of the swap out. This is so funny. This reminds you of like Mission to Mars or Mars Attacks or something like that. These little creepy tubes. I have to say that looks great. And if you pose that with the Legendary's, what are they called? Legendary Studios? Legend Studios light up display cases you can get in Sideshow. You can get them for 6 scale or quarter scale with the white lights and the spotlights on the top and bottom. That's a very classy looking piece. I've got decisions to make. I'm not selling any Bitcoin though, Bob Dylan. I see you. I see you. All right. I think we're going to finish up, folks, but I just want to address these chats here. Ken Carpenter talking to Bob. Ordered the rooted single Batman from Pop Collectibles. Rooted single is the one I would entertain. It's the only one I would entertain, to be honest. But then again, like, it depends. If you are a die-hard fan of this movie, you'll want everything. You'll want the rooted 2-pack with the Bruce Wayne, with the signal, the kitchen sink, everything. Order from 1/6 kit. Do they honor their free shipping? I think a lot of people are getting worried about that, seeing the size of the box. But they said free shipping. They kind of have to stick to that, don't they? I was very silly. I ordered the Inart Battison pretty much because of the laptop. Do you like churros by any chance, Bob Dylan? Inart. I ordered countless times for 1/6 kit and they never changed up the shipping on me. Good stuff. Sign of a good company. I wonder why it didn't come with the thumb drive. They are keeping the thumb drive for the Riddler. That would be interesting. That Yan Toys Riddler looks pretty good. When Inart offers a Bale Batman, will you order it? Are you fine with your DX19 or would you rather upgrade? I presume that question's for me. I had 2 DX19s. One, which I bought from Toys Buying Agent. Fantastic service, fantastic company, a reseller. And that is right there. One second. So it's one second, it's going to move some lighting here for you. So it's posed up there underneath the Dark Knight movie poster. I got that for my 30th years ago. It's been rolled up in do you know, one of those just, you know, those poster cylinder things, storage jokes. I don't know what the name from, for years. And I just got it framed about a month or two ago. You can see a clearer view of it in my collection tour Mark II. So that's posed up in the DX19 is posed up there on the bat pod, and he is going nowhere. I got a second one to go with one of the Jokers. But then when I had to think about it, and I thought, you know what? If they're doing their version, I think it would make sense to pose their version with maybe the purple suit Joker, because I think the jail cell stands on its own. The purple suit next to the purple suit Joker, like let's say purple suit Joker in one of the details, then next with the Inart version of the Bale DX19 suit. Keep the DX19 for the Batpod, and the jail cell Joker can go anywhere because it's a standalone piece. So great question. Yeah, so I sold one of the other DX19s. I rarely sell, but I was just thinking, okay, you don't need 3. And I originally was going to pose one of the DX19s with one of the Jokers, but I said no. I don't think I'm going to say no to that. And a worst case scenario is if Inart come out with the Bale, their version of Bale, and it's not good, I'll go, okay, grand, I'll just go back and get a DX19. Although the DX19 seems to be holding its value. It hasn't crashed like a lot of things these days. The perfect situation for me would be Hot Toys for most of my collection and high-end. Andre, 100%. 100%. I like steak. I like fillet steaks. I might once a month get a fillet steak. I don't eat fillet steak every single night. But cheeseburgers are cheaper, right? And cheeseburgers are still fantastic. So you can eat your cheeseburgers and quite enjoy them and be happy with life, but every now and then you want a steak, right? So maybe Inart at a fillet steak, and then maybe Hot Toys at high-end quality beef burgers, right? Silly analogy, I know. So have they shown the box and box art for Joker? They have shown this. One second, I'll show you what they have shown. They showed this. What am I doing? There we go. They've shown this. So this is obviously their version of the foam that would come in a DX series, right? But they haven't, I don't think, shown the outer box, and I don't remember it being in Justin's review. Now, in the video, they do have some sort of box art behind, but I don't know what it is. I'm excited to see the Bale Inart figure. It's hard to imagine something that can beat the DX19. I love the DX19, but I do think they will do better. I like the head sculpt it's my favorite suit. It's my favorite suit. It's my favorite Batsuit, and I like a lot of Batsuits, but it's my favorite Batsuit because Nolan took a ridiculous concept. A billionaire who, instead of going out and dating supermodels and buying hotels and driving Lambos, decides to spend his night dressed up as a bat beating people to death. And he took a ridiculous concept and showed us how it could possibly work in the real world. And the DX19 is a more practical suit. Apart from the cape, you're never going to make a cape practical. The capes are there because they just look badass. But Inart possibly could improve the head sculpt and maybe some of the proportions. But again, yeah, I just the articulation possibly. But I really like that DX19. So look, time will tell, Nick. Time will tell. I'm so glad I went with the Route 2 back. Me too. They look amazing. Denobi has lost his beer nursing mind. Actually, that's a fantastic analogy. I will henceforth reference this, the Focus Fillet Burger. I'm actually going out for lunch today, and I haven't been out for lunch in a while. Like I'm going to a really nice restaurant. Now I'm thinking about beef burgers. I'm going to send you a picture of that. But yeah, look, it's true. Like, you know, you can go to butchers and you can get quality. Like Ireland prides themselves on their agriculture and their produce, so you get a lot of really fresh veg and a lot of fresh say poultry and beef and stuff here. And obviously you know, we're in Ireland, there's a strong fishing industry too, but we have very good agriculture and very good produce. We get a lot of rain, things tend to grow, good grass, good cows, yada yada. So if you get a good beef burger here in like a restaurant or even like a high-end pub, like, it's gonna be good. But yeah, a fillet steak, fantastic, but not every day. So that's what, you know, Inart, Pennywise, I'm going to admire that for far. But I am going to sit down and read that book over October. I'm really looking forward to anyone else loving this time of year. It's getting a bit colder. The leaves are starting to fall. Back into winter clothes. I think when I start talking about beef burgers and winter clothes, it's time to end the stream. Folks, this has been the most fun stream that I've done in a long time. We've got a great topic here, something we're all excited about. I really do appreciate everyone joining in. Anyone who's ever watched any of the videos, liked any of the videos, left a comment, subscribed to the channel, asked me to be on their live stream, been on my live stream, made a comment, made a joke, it is very much appreciated. I said it multiple times before, you know, I love collecting, right? Absolutely love collecting. I love taking photos of my collection, posing up the collection, watching streams, changing up my collection and reposing stuff and making videos and editing. But the interaction with all collectors, that's just A1 for me. Like, so that's why I do this. So I think it could be time for a burger. I'm going to address these chats and then I'm out of here. So Satkid21, perhaps one of the boxes in the videos holds the part for jail set. You could be absolutely right about that. Damn it, now I want a burger. Me too, Scott. Andre, the best time of the year. Yeah, I'm definitely a winter person, but I love fall as well, or August. Have they set a date for shipping? There's no, doesn't seem to be. They said Q4, but no exact date. You know it's fall in the States when the young girls start, that's funny, start dressing like Bez Benhan. I saw that meme, that made me laugh. That's funny. Andre, giving the laughy face, well deserved. Yeah, so look, folks, I'm going to finish up there. If you haven't done so already, it would be really appreciated if you check out some of the content. And if you enjoy the content, please subscribe to 16 Figure Focus if you enjoy the content. If you don't, of course don't subscribe, right? But if you do enjoy the content, it's just one click, it's free, it helps me grow and support the channel. You know, leave a comment, voice an opinion. I really, really love when people don't agree with me. And they go to the trouble of writing a comment and saying, look, I don't agree with you there because, but then at the end they say something like, you know, oh, but thanks for the video, or something that shows that like, I'm not being negative for the sake of things. I just don't agree with what you said there, but they can do it in a respectful manner. Massive thank you to anyone who engaged the stream. This is probably the most successful stream I've ever had. Huge thank you. And I'm going to go get that burger now. So thank you very much. And we are out of here. And come on, where is that outro? There we go. See you in the next one, folks. That's it. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. Good luck.